My name is Ben Aigner, and I'm a PhD student in the entomology department at the University of Georgia under the direction of Dr. Mark Abney. Today I'll be talking about the life cycle and fecundity of peanut burrower bug, Pangaeus bilineatus. The peanut burrower bug is a native pest of the U.S. with piercing sucking mouthparts and can cause severe economic loss in peanuts in the southeast. Although it is sporadic, incidents of significant economic losses in Georgia and Alabama have increased in recent years. Limited knowledge of the pest biology and lack of management options have made peanut burrower bug management difficult. But with a better understanding of its biology, we can work towards development of an integrated pest management strategy. Therefore, my research questions are: how many eggs will peanut burrower bug lay? How many life stages does peanut burrower bug go through during development? What is the timetable for development? And can life stage be predicted reliably using head capsule width? To track elements of developmental biology, 2 studies were conducted in a growth chamber, pairing 10 sets of virgin adults in the first study and 20 sets of virgin adults in the second study, along with 1 centimeter of sandy loam soil in resealable plastic containers with vented lids. Peanut seed for food and water were added daily to about 15% volumetric water content. Then, every 3 to 7 days, containers were assessed and I recorded number of bugs, life stages of bugs, and the date. Shed exoskeletons were counted for confirmation of molts to successive life stages. For statistical analysis, one-way ANOVA to test means across containers and homogeneity of variance tests to test standard deviation across containers were conducted. To answer whether head capsule width can be used to predict life stage, 20 colony bugs from each life stage were measured and photographed with a Leica high-powered microscope. Then, data were plotted to determine the relationship between life stage and head capsule width. In Study 1, to determine fecundity, 5 of 10 adult pairs produced viable offspring, and these were paired for 40 days. In Study 2, 19 of 20 pairs produced viable offspring and were paired for 14 days. No significant differences in total offspring or percent mortality of offspring between studies were detected. Peanut burrower bug life cycle is described in Figure 4 and includes 5 nymphal instars between the egg and adult stages. Duration of life stages ranged from 3.2 to 6.4 days and increased gradually as life stage increased. And the mean total duration from pairing until the first sighting of adults was 35.7 plus or minus 7.9 days. To determine the relationship of head capsule width and life stage, both linear and exponential regression models were tested, and the exponential model provided the best fit to our data, shown in Figure 6a. Then, to validate the exponential model, data were log transformed and fitted to a linear regression model, in which case all of our data points should fall on the trend line. This result is demonstrated in the graph in Figure 6b and has a highly significant p-value of 1.69 times 10 to the negative 0.06. In conclusion, we learned that the mean total offspring from each female adult was 71.9 plus or minus 25.8. Peanut burrower bug developed through 5 nymphal instars before adult eclosion. Developmental time ranges from 3.2 to 6.4 days for individual life stages and gradually increased with life stage. And mean total duration from pairing until first adult sighting was 35.7 plus or minus 7.9 days. Finally, the mean ratio of head capsule growth is 1.3 and is roughly constant between life stages, confirming that we can predict life stage with a given head capsule width. Next, I would like to continue this research by identifying the duration of pre- and post-oviposition periods, which should help us make more accurate predictions of seasonal population trends. With that, I'd like to acknowledge and thank the funding sources for this project, including the National Peanut Board, the Georgia Peanut Commission, and the USDA National Institute of Food and Agriculture. Thank you for listening.